Good morning. So I know I said no more videos while I'm hiking. But I thought if I, do it this way, I can still keep an eye on the ground. And I do not like this. I agree with you, but I do not feel safe holding the phone up and letting you see my lovely face. I need to keep my eye out for rocks and rattlesnakes. But speaking of my lovely face, so, oh my God, last night, I'm doing a video for you guys, and I wanted to see if it got too dark at the end. And one of them did, so I apologize in advance. But, or maybe it's actually behind, right? So, I'm watching, and I go, what the heck is on my face? What is that on my face? And then it hits me. Oh, Megan, block your ears. I know better. Megan is my esthetician extraordinaire. Yes, you say. You seem to have found the extraordinaire in every service. Yes, I have. I'm old, and I have spent a lifetime weeding them out and finding that person who is just so good at their job. Megan works for Essential Aesthetics in Worcester, so if you're looking for an esthetician in the Worcester area, go nowhere else. Essential Aesthetics. Okay, I'm not getting paid by any of these people. They're just, you know what? They've been tolerating me for decades, and they deserve the promo. Okay, we got people behind me while I'm talking. I'm going to pause it. So yeah, these people have been good to me for a very long time, so I owe them the promo. But anyway, so I have known this. I mean, I knew this because I'm a grown-up. Megan has told me, don't pick at it, don't pick at it, don't pick at it. No, Megan, I would never pick at it. No, you know what I decided? Karen wouldn't pick at it. Trinity can't help herself. I'm out here laying in my tent when I stayed at the Eckville shelter. And I'm like, what is this? Of course it was a bump. It was probably the beginning of a pimple or something. Well, how can I avoid it out here, right? But it felt like there was something in there. So I started trying to really pick at it. What I didn't realize is I had literally scratched a chunk or 2 or 3 layers of skin off my face. I literally scratched. I am not super healthy out here, right? I noticed that scratches and cuts on my leg take forever to heal. I'm honestly thinking I got to get more iron in my diet because I am low iron to begin with. That is just the way God made me. And I can easily, slip into really low iron. So I got to find ways to get more red meat, more hamburgers. But anyway, so I noticed that cuts are taking longer to heal. So it's no wonder that a simple scratching away at my face, and I just did a lot more damage than I thought. And now I'm concerned that it will take forever to heal. I'm like, oh yes, now you're going to have this big fat thing on your face for the rest of your hike. Oh well. The one thing I do need to make sure is that I want to let air get to it, but I also have to keep it covered with sunscreen or it will leave a scar, which I do not want. So there's that. Then this morning, I was going to put on my sneakers. Last thing I planned to do before hitting the trail. And I stubbed my pinky toe. No, more like slammed my pinky toe against the rock I planned to sit on in order to put my shoes on. Oh my gosh, of course I took a chunk of flesh out of that. And you know what the thing with pinky toes? I have been hearing my entire life that we're going to lose them because we don't need them, right? Well, when is this exactly going to happen? 3 million years from now? Because I have slammed that sucker against everything my whole life, and it ain't going nowhere. It's pretty committed. So, whatever. Yeah, so after stopping the blood with my sock, I threw some Luco tape on it. It's sore, but nothing I can't handle. Like, it's just there. It's going, hey, I'm over here and I hurt, but nothing awful. And now I am going uphill. The rocks right out of the get-go, right out of the gate was like, I pulled up my phone like 3 times to say good morning. And I'm like, nope, rocks, like tons and tons and tons of rocks. But right now you can see, so this is what I mean. Sometimes we get this and we don't know for how long. We don't know how long this is going to last. And then all of a sudden, just a long, long stretch of the Rocksylvania rocks. And you just have to, be patient. So now I am planning my days, a little less aggressively. The thing I want future through hikers, thing to know about this stretch, and I'm going to say it's like Eckville all the way to Delaware Water Gap. Delaware Water Gap is where I want to next go into town. So everything I'm planning is based on that. That's my next town stop. So looking ahead, the shelters, the campsites, tent sites, and water sources, all very sketchy. Like sketchy, wrong word, precarious. Tent sites and campsites don't tend to have water. The water sources all say, typically dried up by the end of June. Oh, well, alrighty then, that's not very helpful. And I'm thinking, okay, I've been pretty fortunate. Like last night, the water source was running strong at Spring 1. That's huge. There was 3 springs last night, and I was able to only go as far as Spring 1, and the water was flowing great. But what about people behind me? Anyway, so today I left roughly 12:53. I think it was either 12:52.8 or 12:52.9. I kept calling it 12:53. So I left there this morning. My perfect campsite. Oh, I can only dream of getting another one just like it. I hope. Anyway, I left that this morning. Unfortunately, 8:45 again because there were all the things. No foot surgery, no rain, no mud, but all the other things. So, and I also woke up after 6, so that didn't help, but whatever. Anyway, the water sources. So I am hoping to go 15.2 today. The thing is that tent site has definitely got no water. And if you go by what Far Out says, it's almost like the most reliable water source prior to that is 10 miles away. I don't want to carry 4 liters of water 10 miles if I don't have to. So it's important to read open up every one of the little icons, waypoints, and read, because sometimes it'll say, extensive water cache at this road crossing, because they know the very kind and generous people of this area realize that we could really use water. And I have seen, road crossings where there is just, there's a 12-gallon jugs of water waiting for us. So nice. But you got to read because, find out when the last cache was commented on, whatever. And so for me today, like around 14 miles, there was it says dirt road. That's the waypoint, dirt road. And it talks about a 0.2 side trail that takes you to a restaurant that leaves ice water out, large jugs of ice water out for through hikers. So I can get my water there and then only have to haul it a mile. And I'm just hoping that the person who's in charge of this ice water is on top of it. And it's not empty when I get there. But, well, if it is, we just figure it out from there. But I'm hearing that a little, like a personal plane going overhead. There's definitely got to be a municipal airport nearby. I heard planes all night. Like, I fell asleep after 11 last night, and not because of the site. The site was perfect. I was looking at everything under the sun because I had a little self-service, and was trying to figure out this next few days, the logistics. Anyway, and I just heard plane after plane after plane after plane. So pretty cool. And now there's two right out of the gate here. Well, I heard a bunch this morning too, but I mean one right after the other. Okay. So that's about it. Oh, they weren't annoying. I was fine with it. Let's see. So yeah, be cognizant of the water. Hopefully I can get some at that restaurant. And hey, you know, if it's not so bad today, yeah, wishful thinking. If it's not so bad today and I get there early enough, maybe I can grab food at the restaurant before I head off to the tents. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I think that is it for today. I will talk with you later. Bye. And this is what I climbed to get here. This was not fun. Interesting, not fun. Oh, it's gonna get dark soon fast, so really quick, I want to give you a review on the day. I know I told you about the morning. The day continued to get very warm. I was uncertain about water sources. I found a spring that was flowing really well at mile 8, so I was thrilled about that. I filled up my bottles and I met another thru hiker named Jupiter. She's friends with Pep. She was filling up her bottles. And you know, even though it was getting warm, we were under tree cover, so I was feeling all right. I was warm, but I was feeling all right. And we probably stayed under tree cover for another mile. I said my parting words to Jupiter were, "Do you think we're going to be able to escape the rocks today?" And she literally looked at me and said, "I don't think so." It was almost like she knew something I didn't. Oh God, she was right. So for another mile, things remained the same. And then I was crossing a bridge and I could see this mountain off in the distance. And I thought to myself, we're going to climb that, aren't we? Oh, well, so it's another climb. Big deal, right? No, it was a big deal. The beginning of the climb is dirt and rocks, fine. But then it changed. It changed to all rock. And it wasn't just like, oh, all right, you gotta climb up rocks. No, it was hand over hand, get your foot in just the right place, hoist your whole body up, get your foot in another crevice, grab the another, rock with your hand, hoist your body up. I mean, for there's a mosquito in my tent and it's bugging me, but I'll get it after. So then, so this went on and on and on, and it went on forever, and it was so steep. Do you know what the grade was? The grade was 990. 990 per foot per mile. Can you imagine? Oh My God, it was straight up. And I gotta be honest, it was more terrifying than the knife's edge. I literally, and my pack weighs like probably 28 pounds. And all I was thinking is the weight of my pack could easily pull me backwards and I'm going down this cliff. It was a flippin' cliff. And I'm like, I don't know, halfway up the rock part and I'm going, because I always talk about like my granddaughter hiking the Appalachian Trail with me someday or something, or parts of it. I go, I right out loud, I go, my granddaughter is never coming here, is never hiking this part. Like, it's terrifying. I was, you know what, some parts were just pay attention, concentrate, get it done. And other parts were downright terrifying. And then I get to the top and I'm like, well, here I am. Thank God I didn't fall off. And then, oh my gosh, it just went around the mountain. Stupid thing, I think I got it. Then it just went around the mountain. Now, the views were spectacular, okay? But the rocks, they never changed. They were the same rocks, but I was going around the mountain, if you can believe it. So then, yeah, it just never ended. And then finally, like, you'd have like, okay, well, now we get a little dirt. Oh, but the rocks are back. Oh, now we get a little dirt. Oh, now the rocks are back. No, this was by far the worst day in Pennsylvania. I think this was my worst day on trail. I don't mean, yes, I was frustrated. Yes, my mental fitness was challenged. I just mean the hardest, most challenging day I've had on trail was today. And I just wanted it to be over. I was so hot. Oh, that was the other thing. Now we're above tree line. Half the day above tree line. I don't have any sunblock. I have it for my face to cover up my boo-boo, but I don't have it for my body. My sun shirt is buried at the bottom of my pack. Don't ask me why. And I'm thinking, I'm going to get sunburned here. And I'm getting thirsty. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is... So I thought that I might be at my tent site like at 4:30. Then I said, oh, maybe 5. Oh, maybe 5:30. 6. I finally got to my tent site after 6 o'clock. It was like 6:10. Because that section of trail, navigating all that with the rocks and stuff, slowed me so far down, slowed me so down. And then, but here's the greatest thing. So I didn't have to go to that restaurant. Remember how I was talking about going to the restaurant? No, it's some very kind person, hippie, actually. I think it's the guy who runs the Halfway Hideaway Hostel, which, I might have to give him a call soon about a particular mobile charger. But anyway, I digress. But I think it's him. And he put 15 gallons of water at a road crossing. So I filled up there, got all the water I needed for tonight, and then get this. Oh my God. I had right after the road, right at the road crossing where the water was, straight up for a half a mile, straight up. I'm like, this day is never going to end. It's literally never going to end. And then it kind of just like, it flattened out. It was still like rocky, but mostly not rocks. So that was good. And then, this is so awful. So I had actually done the research, found this, the comments were, oh, excellent tent site, excellent tent site, excellent tent site. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, it's the best. Oh, these are nice. And then, so finally I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, these are not nice. No, that was tent site 2 miles ago. Yeah. I got them confused. So I went to 15.2 and the nice tent sites were 2 miles previous. These were crappy. So I ended up, somebody had written better tent sites 0.1 Nobo, meaning northbound. So I went, and guess what? I have a much better tent site. And Walkabout is here, Jupiter is here, and now Pep is here. Who knew? Go figure. So now that I have eaten and hydrated and rested and my tent is pitched and I get to go to sleep now, I feel a zillion times better. But I'm going to say, I officially hate hiking Pennsylvania now. as of today, it's official. I hate hiking Pennsylvania. All right, guys. So hopefully this is not too dark. I have a feeling it is. But I will see you in the morning. Bye. Have a good night.